Here, my fine feathered YouTube chicklets, is a video I never would have thought I would ever make. Yep, I never thought I'd be making this video. You remember that Gibson J45 I had in here. It's been a good while back now. That guitar was cursed from the word go, man. It still is. I don't know. I just never seen anything like that before. The owner sent me that guitar, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong with that guitar. I mean, just unexpected stuff. If you remember, it had a crack in the very back of the neck, back like way up here, where the truss rod had been tightened so tight trying to get back bow in the neck. It had been tightened so tight, and the truss rod pushing out, you know, on both ends and up in the center here, in the center area of the neck, and it busted the neck right here, okay? Fixed that. The neck block in that guitar was cracked and had been fixed at the factory. We did a neck reset on that. You can watch the videos. I'll put a link down there below to a playlist of all those videos on that guitar. The neck block was cracked. I didn't know that until I got inside of it. Started pulling the neck, and because the neck block had been patched up at the Gibson factory, the side of the guitar split. Or maybe it was already split and you couldn't see it. It had been glued back. I don't know which, but there's a split there. I'm talking about right up in this area along the body. It was an acoustic, of course. This is electric, as you can see. But, you know, I always recommended USPS for shipping guitars. All these guitar stores and companies, everyone ships guitars, man. Every single day, guitars, lots of guitars are being shipped in the mail. Be it USPS, FedEx, UPS, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever company you use. I always, you know, kind of had good luck with USPS, and I always recommended them to you guys and to everyone else, you know, that asked me. Not anymore, man. The owner of that J45, I feel so sorry for that guy, man. He spent all that money on that guitar getting it fixed right here. Packed the guitar all up like I always do. I mean, that guitar was well packed. It had insulation, I think bubbles and packing bubbles. I don't remember what all, but it was well packed. I remember that. What happened to it never should have happened. The guitar had been dropped, it looked like, in shipping back to him after the repairs, and the whole bottom here was busted. Actually, it was around this area, right in here. Was busted all to shit, man. Here's a couple of pictures of that. Check it out. You can clearly see it's been dropped, it looks like, from a very high height, and busted the guitar. The owner received it back like that, and holy shit, what, you know, I bought, I think it was $600 worth of insurance through USPS. Of course, the owner paid for it. He gave me the money to ship the guitar back to him, plus buy $600 worth of insurance on it, in case something like this happened, you know. You would think if the guitar was packed right, and it was packed right, they would stand good for that $600 insurance. I mean, it's only $600. The guitar was, when it left here, worth way more than any $600. I mean, you know, we was letting them off the hook there. Should have bought a lot more insurance, but we didn't know at the time. We thought $600 would cover it. Didn't figure on anything happening, you know. That's actually the first guitar in, I've been back into repairing guitars since about 2009 or 2010. Mailing them and repairing them from YouTube, and that's the only case of a guitar being damaged in shipping that I've had or seen or experienced. But it was bad. It was terribly bad. Okay, the follow-up is, from what I know, the owner told me he had to take the packing box that I packed the guitar in and all the package, just like he received it, take all that stuff down to the post office where he lives at, I guess a postmaster in that vicinity, more than once, as I understand it, he had to take all that shit, plus the guitar and the case it was in, and did everything, just like he received, to take all that stuff to the postmaster and let him look at it, and they wouldn't stand good for that $600 insurance coverage. You can call it coverage. They would not stand good for it. The guy fought them and fought them and fought them and fought them and fought them over. We're talking about USPS here. I always spoke highly of them. Always recommended them over everyone else to ship your guitars through. This is going to hurt my business here. I know it is, because you guys are not going to want to mail your guitars anymore. But like I say, guitar companies, stores, big stores, they do it all the time. And this very rarely ever happens, but it happened on that J45 guitar. Okay? He takes it down to the postmaster. Postmaster examines it, or whoever down there does that examines it. And I guess they gave him a bunch of flack over it. He takes all the stuff back home, and I'm pretty sure he told me, I don't know, I think twice he took it, maybe more than that. I'm pretty sure 2 times at least, probably more than that. He took that guitar down there, and they examined it, examined the package, examined the box, examined the case, examined the guitar. In the end, they told him, from what I understand, the guitar did not value at $600 because it was busted back here. They're the ones that busted it, man. And the insurance that he bought, you know, was supposed to cover that in case something like that happened. Wouldn't cover it. Did not cover it. Would not cover it. Would not even negotiate with him on coverage. That's just sickening, man. That is just unacceptable in every form of existence. So the guitar owner took it on himself to repair those cracks back there that they did, and I guess that's what he did. I guess he got the clamps and the glue and the things he needed and fixed it himself. Now he tells me the work I did on the guitar still plays like butter. It still sounds, you know, as good as it did. Everything I did to the guitar here, did a neck reset, had to cleat the crack. I can't remember which side it was on now, but I had to cleat it. Had to repair the neck block. All this came from Gibson, as if USPS didn't screw us enough. This guitar came from Gibson that way. The owner repaired it, fixed the cracks back here, and he said it's playable and everything's fine. His intention was to get that $600 insurance money back and either fix that itself and use the money to have the guitar refinished, because it needed finished bad. But he didn't get that money, so he fixed it back, and now he's got a guitar. It's playable and it's okay, but it still needs refinished. And the guy put all that money in that guitar right here, got it playing perfect, you can watch the videos, everything about the guitar was perfect. When it left here, all it needed was refinished. And I couldn't do that because my buffer blew up a while back. My airbrush blew up a while back. My buffer burned up later, and I trashed the whole thing. I don't know if I'm even going to replace it or not, because finish work is just, it's too time consuming for me, you know, and I've got so many dang guitars here, man, so much shit to do. I don't know, maybe down the road I'll get another buffer, another air gun. I've got air guns, but I don't know if I'd trust them for a guitar finish job. That's another story, but anyways, long story short, USPS would not stand good for the $600 hard-earned money that this guy, the owner of that J45, spent to cover his guitar in shipping. There again, like I say, I always highly recommended USPS overall. Not anymore, guys. USPS, you suck, man. That was just as low a blow as they could give right there. I cannot believe that they can get by with that. That is just ridiculous. Telling him the guitar is of lesser value than the $600 insurance he bought on it, because it had those cracks back here. As I understood it, that's what they told him. That's just total bullshit from the word go. That's stupid. I mean, how can they do that? Why even buy any insurance at all? You know what I mean? My thoughts were to buy twice, 3 times the value of the guitar, buy that much insurance, buy 3 times, at least double the value of the guitar. Then if anything happens to your baby, you are well covered. You get the value of the guitar plus another, you know, twice that amount. You paid for it. I mean, you ought to get it, right? Well, UPS, no, that's not the way UPS works. If you buy $600 worth of insurance and they damage your guitar, and you know, then its value is $600 or less, they're not going to cover it because of that. And who the hell at USPS is who is capable of evaluating a musical instrument? What do they know about musical instruments that they can do an evaluation on it and give you the overall worth value of that instrument? They're male people, for Christ's sake. I mean, how are they, you know, who are they to be valuing an old instrument like that and say, well, it's not worth $600 now, you know? Total bullshit, man. I'm not telling you guys not to ship your guitars to USPS. I can't do that. If I could, I would, but I can't do it. Yeah, I got my own reasons for that. But, you know, when you refer to FedEx and UPS, I mean, they're probably the same as USPS. They probably would pull the same shit and probably would get by with it. Total bullshit, man. The government or someone above these assholes need to step in and fix these kind of problems like that. That's just totally dishonest. They should not be able to screw the public that way. When you pay your hard-earned bucks for insurance to cover an instrument to shipping and it gets damaged, they are the ones that damaged it. I don't care what kind of excuses they come up with. They damaged your guitar. You bought the insurance with your hard-earned dollar. They should stand good for it. You know what I mean? That's just total bullshit, man, from every angle you can view it from. But that's what happened. That's what happened to the J45. I had a lot of you guys asking me on Facebook and on YouTube private messages, and even come up in some of my videos. What happened to the J45? Whatever happened to that guitar? Well, that's what happened. The owner took a terrible loss, and USPS pretty much gave it to him, and there was nothing he could do. I guess, yeah, he probably could have took it to court and fought it, but they're going to win, man. They're a step ahead all the way. They're going to win. They got all that shit figured out ahead of time. I mean, you know, they knew when I bought that $600 worth of insurance, they wasn't going to pay for it if anything happened. Like I say, usually nothing happens, but in this case it did, and the guy got screwed. I mean, big time. I told him, I even told the owner of that J45, I said, man, send me the guitar back. Send it back here again. I'll fix the cracks that they did back here, and I won't even charge you for it, because I feel so bad about, you know, me shipping the guitar to him and this happening. And he said, well, you know, you're chancing busting it up even worse. Plus he's got to pay shipping here and back again. I would even go as far as to offer to pay shipping one way, either here or back. And dude, if you're watching this video, there you go. I'll pay shipping one way. If you want to ship me the guitar, you pay for it coming here. I'll fix it totally free. Not charge you a dime. Well, you've already fixed it, I know, but I'll check it out. If it needs cleated, whatever, patched up, fixed better, whatever it needs, I'll do it. And I'll pay for the shipping back to you, just because I feel so damn bad about me shipping that guitar and it getting damaged like that. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't the owner's fault. It was USPS's fault. They're the pricks that screwed him over, and well, me too, making me look bad. The owner is a level-headed guy. He's a really cool guy, man. He's here on the channel. He comments and stuff. He's a Patreon patron. And you know, I'm glad that he realized that that was not my fault. I had, you know, there was no way, nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? It was out of my hands. The guitar was packed better than, as good as, or better than any guitar I have ever shipped before. And I've got them back here, and the boxes be beat to hell, and you know, caved in. And the box really looked bad, but when you get inside, the guitar case wasn't hurt. The guitar case wasn't hurt, you know, in this instance. I don't know how the guitar moved in the case like that and did that to the guitar, but it did. It was inside a hard shell Gibson case. Still managed to bust it wide open. But I wanted to share this with y'all. This channel has always been about honesty, and I'm being honest with you now. Even though I know a lot of you guys that might have been going to send me your guitar will say, oh shit, I ain't going to mail my guitar now. You know, I'm going to lose business from this. I know I am. That's okay, because I got plenty of business locally God, if you can only see, man. But I wanted to share this with you guys, to be honest with you, tell you what happened to it. A lot of y'all been asking me about the J45 Hell saga, how'd it go? That's how it went. And the owner of that guitar, you know, just an incredible guy, man, to take it like he did and still come out being as good a guy as he. I would have just, I'd probably been in jail, man. If I was that guy and that guitar is mine, I received it back like that, and I had paid $600 insurance, I probably would be in jail right now, because I don't think I could have took it laying down. Unbelievable. Incredible. So guys, if you ship your guitars, I no longer recommend USPS. I do not recommend them. You know, I don't recommend FedEx. I don't recommend USPS, because I've seen some bad things with how they deliver packages. So I don't know what to tell you. You be the judge. Pick whoever you think your guitar is going to be safe with. Buy the insurance. Double the value of whatever you think your guitar is worth. I would recommend doubling the value of it. Yeah, it probably ain't going to do no good. They're going to find some way to sliver out of it, like they always do, like they did here and will always do. I talked to some other people that had bought insurance. One guy told me that they've got half of the insurance amount back. They'd settled for half of it. That's total shit, man. When you buy, you know, $600 worth of insurance, they should stand good for $600, not $300. But in this case, they stood good for none of it. Incredible. If you're thinking about shipping your guitar USPS, reconsider, my friends. You saw the pictures. That's only two he sent me, but they were bad enough. So there you go. That's what I think of UPS, man. Screw you guys. I'm no longer promoting you now or recommending you, so I don't know what's going to happen when you see this video. I don't really care. I'm only telling the truth, what happened, and we got all the papers to back it up with. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's the update on the J45 guitar. This telly, I'm going to be setting this up. I'm not sure when yet. It might be soon, it might be far away. Everything is so screwed up here, I'm afraid to say anything definite. But I am, I tell you definitely, I am going to be setting this guitar up, and I am going to be videoing it. If you want to see it, put in the comments below, and I'll get to it quicker, if any way at all possible. So anyways, there's the update. Thanks for watching. See you soon, maybe on the telly, maybe on something else. Who knows? Here comes Cue Ball. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. What? We got a YouTube family, you know, and it's growing bigger and bigger every day. Did you know it? You did. Well, let's tell them how we feel about them. You want to tell the YouTube family how we feel about them? Huh? You do? Okay, go ahead and tell them. Get up in there. Get up in there. Tell them. Say, I love you. Oh, it's going to get loud now. What? Oh! Oh, God! I love you! Come on, get up in there. Good girl. What? I love you.